Dobry den, druzy, dobry den, and welcome back to my channel. This is Pete coming to you again live from Krakow, Poland, and I actually have something positive to talk about today, so that's exciting. I just put the finishing touches on 3 of my books that are going to be going out for sale on my Patreon. This is part 2 of my fundraising efforts for the Frontline Kitchen. So my idea is that proceeds from this will be going directly to feed the heroes who are defending their freedom. So all 3 of the books are very different, and I'll just show you a little bit about each of them. So this one that I wrote that just happens to be up first is called Jingle Hell Rock. It is a horror comedy for the stage that was inspired by a ghost story that my dad used to say. So it's very irreverent. I'll just read the blurb here. It says, angels, demons, zombies, and scantily clad women collide in this madcap splatstick morality play in which we celebrate the power of sex, drugs, and rock and roll during the most wonderful time of the year. I'm quite proud of the cover, and it's fun, but plays aren't for everybody. So the next thing I wrote, this one's probably the most accessible. This one's called The Odessa Incident, and it was, it's kind of a horror novella from one girl's point of view. So I'm pretty proud of it. I'll just read the blurb on this too. When I was a little girl, my father always said that there were 2 types of people in the world, those who were good and those who were evil. In the last 3 years, however, I've learned that this is not entirely true. There are people and things that are much, much worse than evil. I'm writing this in haste as I do not have long. I do not know precisely how or precisely when it shall occur, but what I do know is that soon, very soon, I shall be dead. It's imperative that Mother doesn't know what I'm doing, and even more important that she not find this. I'm also frightened that Masha might discover what I'm doing. I cannot explain why I'm afraid of that, as Masha is but 7 years old and blind besides. She's already beginning to suspect that something is amiss. This is no doubt due to the fact that I've been her constant companion and caregiver since she cried her first tears. Still, there's something about her curiosity that seems awry. Perhaps Mikhail is right. Perhaps the pressure of all this is getting to me. So that's a horror novella. Pretty good. I'm quite proud of it. And the last one, this one's a little embarrassing, but I think it's got some value. It's called 168 Hours in Grippy Socks. And this one was about my first trip to the loony bin. So I'm not super proud of it, but I'll just read the back. The plan was simple, as manic masterpieces tend to be. The idea, though, was incredibly stupid, also as manic masterpieces tend to be. My execution was awkward, but not atrociously so. But the result, well, let's say the results of the ensuing events led to the writing of this book. This is the story of how a wannabe YouTuber went from pilot concept to grippy socks in about 12 hours or so. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's start the night before. So this one's kind of neat because I wrote it in a different state of mania when I got out. I wrote it in about 78 hours of getting released from the loony bin. And I was way worse off than I went in. It was, this is a horror story of a different kind. So this video went on longer than I wanted to, but keep an eye on my Patreon, the YouTube links there. Everything I do links back to the Patreon. So I'll be selling those soon. So let's feed some heroes, shall we? Thanks for stopping in. If you did, Yalla Butaba, Slava Ukraini, Heroyam Slava, and you have a good rest of your night. Do побачення.